my cozy besties. So this little corner has been sitting here and I kept looking at it like I need to do something with this. It wasn't terrible, but it just didn't feel finished. We needed to make it feel finished and curated like the rest of the home that we're working on. So instead of running out to buy a new chair, I had this genius idea and decided to do something a little bit different. Wait until you hear this one. There's a little back. I'm taking one of my dining room chairs, yes, a dining room chair, and I'm gonna see if I can turn this into a cozy little reading corner for the summer. Okay, you guys know the drill. We are using what we have and shopping the house to try to make this little space feel more modern, organic, cozy, and maybe even Pinterest ready. Thank you, Lord, for moments of peace. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. Psalms 23, verse 2-3. This corner is right by the stairs. It's one of those areas that, of course, we pass all the time. And the space is just visible. I feel like it needs a reason to be there. It doesn't have to be overdone, but it should feel very intentional. We have used this space in the past for various reasons, including Christmas time, Christmas tree setups. Again, in the very far past, we've also used it just as kind of like a quiet area. This is our pool alarm that wakes up the whole entire house and neighborhood. I'm gonna keep it right here, so we're gonna have to hide it when we decorate. This is virtually the only item that I actually made a purchase of. I had another jute rug, but it was a rectangle, so it wasn't gonna work for this space. So I really wanted to get a round item I did not have. We're gonna make an exception for this one. If you guys can remember, I think it was last summer, I redid these tables and it came out so great. I used like an olive green paint to redo some really old tables that I had from Target. They were super small, so I bought the round tops over at the hardware store and placed it on top. I kind of think that it gave like an old time look. These tables use the same exact top that I use for my center island piece, the one that I stained the wood round. It's amazing how many things you can do with an item. Okay, cozy besties, let me tell you how the story goes. Girl, I was so annoyed with myself. I had this long back chair that was used during my baby shower and even my daughter's baby shower. And I brought it over to the storage unit. I think one day I might have gotten rid of it. You know, one of those moments when you feel like you just have too many things and you just start to throw things away or give things to Goodwill. I think I was having one of those moments. I'm not 100% sure. But then I was like, well, what am I going to use? And then the light bulb went off. And then I was like, I should try one of the dining room chairs and see if this will work for the project idea that I have. I thought about it. I thought about getting one of those cozy chairs from Walmart. I might in the future, but for now, that was not a part of the budget. So we were going to have to skip that one. Since this was not a nice, cushy, soft, oversized chair, it was just a dining chair. I was gonna have to make it work just because the color was going to work. The trick is placement. If I push this right up against the wall, it was gonna look like I just stored a random chair in a random corner. So I was gonna turn it slightly and let it face the table a little bit more and help that angle along. After placing the jute rug that was clearly way too small for the space, but we are going to come back to that one later, I decided to use this beautiful amphora textured vase for the look because I thought it was going to be super fitting. It was affordable, only $21.99 over at Ross when I bought it. I can't tell you the timeline. It's like a year or two since I've had this vase, but it was a nice find. Previously, the jug that you saw was actually a water jug cover for a water dispenser. So I decided to put like a regular old vase in this place with some decor books, of course, just a perfect little area that would look kind of like a reading nook. This vase looks a lot softer, warmer, and more organic. It feels much better for summer because it doesn't feel too heavy or too formal. The texture gives a stone handmade look, which is exactly what this corner needed. And as you can see, I'm fumbling through some of my decor books. This particular book on top, Abode, is a very handy book. It teaches you how to do everything kind of like construction type deal. So anyways, I flipped through and you got a little sneak peek at Abode as we go ahead and put this in the exact perfected position that I wanted in, at least for the moment. I'm going to go ahead and get another book, Homemade Lovely. This is my favorite decor book, not because of the way how it looks, just because of what's inside of it. So this talks about decorating your space from a faith-led perspective. And this is like something that is near and dear to me. As you guys know, I love to use the Bible scriptures. So the Bible scriptures that I use are usually inspired by the feeling or the energy that I want to emit for the decorating video that I am creating. So that's why I use the Bible verses that I choose to use in those moments. Now, I probably didn't color code these books the right way, like I didn't match them correctly, and I probably should have used a lighter book on the bottom to kind of make it come together a little more cohesively, but I think it's okay. We will survive. Then comes a candle. So I didn't think that it would be a safe deal to have a candle so low down. I decided to use an electric candle here and a wooden bowl. But when I put this wooden bowl down, it just looked too small. Here, I'll let you guys decide. What do you guys think about these two bowls? Do you think that first one was too small? Do you think this one maybe is a better bet? Tell me what you think in the comments. Ultimately, I ended up going with the bigger bowl. While the books are very easily styled and adding a little bit of height and giving structure, it's going to make these bowls also feel important on the table. I also wanted it to look like a reading space. These beads were way too long. The strands were so long. I was like, am I going to be able to use this? So I had to play with it and kind of find a hack. So what I ended up doing was tucking it way into the back so that nobody could really see it, because girl, I wasn't going to buy any more beads. That's enough. I have enough. I don't need any more unless I see something amazing. Excuse my dry hands. Let's move on. My goal was just to make sure that the bowl was not overstuffed. I just needed a little bit inside the bowl and then let the couple of tassels kind of overflow. You know what I mean. This will add the texture without having the table look super messy, because all those beads, it wasn't gonna cut it. Let me tell you, modern organic styling is really just about balance. So you want to keep texture, but you want the space to breathe. We want to breathe. That's the modern part. So now that the chair is down, we have to try to soften it. And this is a part of what's going to make the dining room chair feel more like a little reading corner. So first you saw the neutral throw. We don't want it to be like too perfect. We want it a little bit messy, but the messy might take a little work. Here I am pulling out a feather. The pillow is not a down pillow. I am so over down pillows. There are feathers all over my house. Not like in excess, but like eventually you get a feather stuck here, a feather stuck there. So I'm over the down. It's nice and luxurious, but it's just not effective and efficient for what I'm looking for as far as cleanup is concerned. So I got this pillow from Burlington. Good old Burlington gave me this pillow. I love to buy the pillows with zippers where you can remove the cover and store. Just one lumbar pillow, and everything just kind of started to come together very quickly here. It felt super cozy. Even though it's really from the dining room, this area started to look like exactly how I wanted it to look. Minus the fact that I really didn't want that chair there, but look, we're making this thing work. The basket really helped to save the day and the look, because when I added the basket on the bottom shelf, it added more texture and it made the table just look perfect without making it feel busy. That little basket can be used for storage for whatever you want, a book, little trinkets, to really quickly hide kids' little toys when we're trying to do a quick cleanup. You know, those moments when you're trying to clean up everywhere really, really quick because you have a service person coming or whatever it is, just to kind of make the place look a little bit more curated. So you can use it as you please, your glasses, your books. It's really intended for a reading nook, so but do whatever you want there. Okay, we're back to the olive branches. If you guys haven't figured it out by now, I love to use olive branches. Not every single time, but a lot of the time. So the stems that I'm showing you here are 3 varieties. One is from Burlington. I believe that's the first one that I put in. The second stem is actually a Walmart olive branch stem. And I've heard some people say they like the Walmart ones better because it has the multicolored olives on there. And the third that you are about to see just have black olives on them. And yes, it's my variety olive bush. And these ones are the Hobby Lobby variety. So you take your pick. Which ones do you guys think work better? Hobby Lobby, Burlington, or the Walmart branches? I love the way how this little reading corner turned out. Everything came together because it just started with a dining chair, not a fancy accent chair. So that makes me love it even more. The olive green table gave the space the earthy color that I wanted, and the tan texture vase with olive branches made it feel so fresh for summer. I kept the florals simple because I didn't want this corner to feel heavy or overdone. The books, the faux candle, the wood bowl, and the beads gave everything a soft layer look, while the basket underneath added so much warmth without making it feel too cluttered. The chair really came together once I added the throw and the pillow, and it softens everything so easily. It made the dining chair feel like it actually belonged there. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about this rug. I definitely wanted to do a very natural looking rug. And as you're about to see, the rug is a little smaller than I wanted. I did use my measuring tape, but sometimes it just doesn't work the way you think it will in your mind. So later, I'm going to swap it out for a 4-foot round rug. This one was a 3-foot. It didn't work quite the way how I wanted. So we'll do a 4-foot and go up if we need to a 5-foot, but I do not think this is going to hold a 5-foot very comfortably. So I think the 4-foot is going to be it. For today, we're going to make it work. We are not done yet. I felt like we needed a little bit of extra lighting. I fell prey to the TikTok shop and I purchased these dimmable lights. Actually, I'm not really sure. Was it TikTok shop or Amazon? I feel like this was TikTok shop. So we got these lights that go under a counter, or like it's basically extra lighting for your home. You can put it in so many different areas. I'm going to do another video about lighting because this is like a really great way to improve your home. And right here, I'm just going to put them on top of the picture frames. There's no need for tools. I put them on, take them off as I please. These are not remote control. They are motion censored, so they're gonna censor as we go up and down the stairs, and if I want to switch that mode, I sure can. So I thought this was very convenient to have right here. Since the space on the wall was so small, I didn't want to put the art light there because where would it go, right? So this was an alternate thing that I just kind of thought of. But look at the rug. It's so beautifully braided. I'm gonna just get another one from Amazon. I'll put all the links down below if you guys are interested in any of the things that I have here from Amazon. Okay, so here we are. This is exactly why I love shopping my home. Sometimes a corner doesn't need a big makeover, it just needs purpose, texture, warmth, and a little bit of patience. Now, I'm gonna be experiencing some more makeovers, or experimenting, I should say, with some more makeovers throughout the house using things that we already have. And this little spot finally feels calm, cozy, modern, organic, and ready for summer. Now, my cozy besties, tell me the truth. Would you guys have guessed that the space started from just a dining room chair? I feel like everything turned out so much better than I expected. It's so simple, but it feels so finished, and that's exactly what I was looking for. If you have a little corner in your home that is forgotten, this is your sign. Shop your home. The only purchase I made was a rug, and it was very affordable. And see what you can create. Fall in love with everything again. Anyways, I am so excited that you guys spent this time with me again today. I am looking forward to our next decor video. We have some really good ones coming up. So if you guys are not a part of the Cozy Bestie NNN family, you know what to do. And please hit the bell for notifications, as well as do not forget to like the video. I absolutely love you guys. Please, please stay safe. Continue to be blessed. And we will see you guys later. Bye.